everybody out there. Coming at you live from Albany, Oregon. It's John Fowler, OTR. Hey, I'm getting a late start today. I kind of slept in late. So just getting started. You see a truck go by, there he goes, and he's off to the races. And I just lost my viewer. Oh man! And you went off just as the truck. You missed the truck. Isn't that what people come in and watch? They want to see the trucks, the pretty trucks, the big trucks, the magnificent trucks, the glorious trucks, the trucks of America. And you clicked off just as it was going by. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'll be right back. I'll be back before they close down the breakfast. It's already 9:40 in the morning. I don't want to miss my breakfast. I don't want to miss my breakfast. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know? It's midnight special shining down on me. Midnight special shining love light on me. I'll be back. hey, I'm back. Well, I'm back in black. How's it go? Voila! 9 lives. All that kind of stuff. Okay, I went and got me some really crappy shit to shove down my gullet. By golly, I sure did. I sure did. Here I am. I'm back in black and blue. Dodgers lost last night, but at least it was a kind of an exciting game. You know, they say you can't win them all. You can't win them all. I don't know why they have such a problem with the Pirates. Pirates suck. You know? But anyhow, I still have faith in my team. It's my team. That's my team. I've been following the Dodgers, and they've been my favorite team ever since I was just a little boy. Ever since I was a little boy, just knee-high to a grasshopper. Going back to the mid-'60s, late '60s. So here's the cuisine for today. This is called the sausage, egg, and cheese waffle. It's actually quite tasty. I'm sure it's not good for me because I'm sure it's just full of sugar and well, good. It's good. So got that going for me. So today I'm in Albany, Oregon. At the Loves, it's right off I-5. Albany is just south of Salem, I believe. Salem's just up the road. Salem is the state capital, I believe, right? I should know all my state capitals, but I don't. I'm sure I did it one time, but I forget it. Okay, so here we are, like I was saying, in Albany, Oregon. Do a reset. Please like, share, and subscribe. Maybe I should close that so we don't get glare. Don't get so much glare. I know my face looks all washed out, and there's, I guess, the light coming in. Is that better? It's my guns. Sun's out, guns out. So, yesterday was Memorial Day. They had the whole Memorial Day weekend, and then yesterday's the actual Memorial Day. And I was just thinking about Memorial Day. You know, when I was a kid, growing up in the 60s, in the 70s, you know, I was born in 1960. So just think of it. In the 60s, okay, in 65, I turned 5. In 68, I turned 8. In 1970, I turned 10, okay? Just so you can get an idea. Because sometimes you say you grew up in the 60s, and then people, they're picturing you as an 18-year-old or something. I don't know. Well, so anyhow, my remembrances of Memorial Day was Yeah, it was time to remember the fallen. You know, the American soldiers and service people that had given their lives, made the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedoms, to protect our country, protect our Constitution, all that kind of stuff, right? And we all knew that. Everyone knew that that's what the holiday was about. So there was that underlying thing of this remembrance, taking time to remember the fallen. But also, it wasn't like a big somber event. I mean, it was, okay, we remember the fallen, but now we're going to fire up the grill. We're going to get together. It's a family get-together. We had lots of family get-togethers on Memorial Day. It was either at our house or one of our relatives' houses, or it was at the park, and we would all meet and have a big barbecue, or we'd go to Ventura Beach sometimes, and we'd have a big thing over there. And it was always firing up the grill. We were grilling hot dogs and hamburgers, maybe throwing on some steaks or whatever, some chicken. There was always just endless amounts of sodas, and as a kid, you're just chugging the sodas, you know. And there's, potato salad. My mom would make her homemade potato salad or a macaroni salad. Everyone, it was always like a potluck. Everyone was bringing stuff. There was delicious food, and you're seeing your family that maybe you hadn't seen in quite a few months or maybe longer. But everyone got together, and you saw your cousins, your aunts, and your uncles. And it was always a softball game that would break out, or we'd toss the football around, we'd toss the frisbee around. If we were at the Ventura Beach, we'd go down on the beach, get in the water for a little while. If we were at a park, say in Victorville or Apple Valley, we'd play some game, something would break out, like a softball game usually, or tossing the football around. And it was fun. It was a fun time, and we were allowed to have fun, and we weren't given some sort of guilt trip about having fun on Memorial Day. But it seems like things have changed now, where now it's Memorial Day and we have to be somber, and we can't, and God forbid if we have a good time, and God forbid if we have a family get-together or a family barbecue, because this is Memorial Day, and we think about the dead soldiers and how much they sacrificed for us, so we can't be happy. Because if you're happy, that means that you don't give a fuck about the soldiers. Okay, that's bullshit. We all give a fuck about the soldiers. We love the soldiers. Okay, we love the people that give their lives for us and for our freedom. We all know that. It doesn't mean we can't have a fucking barbecue. It doesn't mean we can't have a nice time on Memorial Day weekend. It used to be Memorial Day weekend was the Indy 500, Used to always watch the Indy 500 too. That's another thing we would do. If we were home, if we went out to the park or the beach, we could have the Indy 500 playing on TV, and we're running around doing our shit. And that Indy 500 is playing all fucking day, But that was a part of it. That was a part of the weekend. And it seems like since 9/11, it kind of changed. And I can understand a lot of things changed, but I think it's not for the right reasons. I think it's just, talk about politicizing things. I think it's like, you couldn't talk about a sports hero without someone going, oh, they're not heroes. The real heroes are the guys over in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the guys taking the bullet. And we know that, goddammit. We know the difference between a sports hero and a war hero. But God forbid I have a sports hero. Fuck you and your fucking shaming and all this bullshit. I hate these fucking people sometimes. They want to judge me. Oh, your judgment. Fuck your judgment. They just want to make points or something. And I'm talking about the George W. Bushes of the world. Fuck all you assholes. Yeah. We respect the people who went and fought in wars. We respect the first responders. All of that shit. God forbid I have a good time on Memorial Day weekend. You know, that means I don't really care, I guess. No, fuck you. Okay, so that's my little rant for today, I guess. I'll shut this engine off. I just was running the motor, charge my batteries up a little bit. I gotta run my CPAP machine like directly off of the plug-in thing, because I have a battery. It's like a rechargeable battery that I usually use, and for some reason it stopped working. I don't know what's going on with shit. You buy shit, expect it to last a little longer than that. But anyhow, okay. So I'm eating breakfast, and I drove up from. Let's see. I picked the load that I delivered a load yesterday down at Lebanon, Oregon, at the Lowe's, DC. That load came up from Las Vegas. I picked that up in Vegas. That's right. That was a live load in Vegas. Got it here yesterday afternoon. Been here. Then I came up here, and I've been here ever since. And that was on Memorial Day. I guess the whole thing that started me on the Memorial Day rant is right over here. They have this big food court of all these like food trucks. Every single one of them was closed, and I'm thinking, are they closed because it's Memorial Day? And they had a whole truck parking lot full of truck drivers. I'm sure some of them would love to go over there and have a meal instead of going to. And nothing against Arby's. I ended up going to Arby's, as they have an Arby's inside here, and I like Arby's. I like the smokehouse brisket. You know, it's my favorite thing there. But I don't know. I'm thinking, all those people that run those food trucks, they're all foreigners anyhow. What the hell do they care about Memorial Day? Memorial Day is an American holiday about American soldiers losing their lives. It's not about whatever country they're from. Why the fuck are they taking the day off? That's what I was thinking. You might think I'm a racist, but fuck you. I don't give a fuck. And plus, that's going back to my thing, where on Memorial Day, supermarkets were open and stores and restaurants were still open. They didn't just. It's not like things just closed down because of Memorial Day. I mean, people, a lot of the like 9 to 5 jobs and the like certain jobs would get that day off, or because it was like a holiday. And if you did work, you got time and a half. But I was thinking, why are they closed? Anyhow, so okay, so I've been here since yesterday, and the place was really crowded already. I got here at what was it, like 3 o'clock or something in the afternoon, and 3:30, I think. I was thinking like there'd be plenty of parking spaces, and it was almost completely full. There was a few, and so I got, obviously I got a spot, but um, and then I was just thinking, well, maybe it's because it is the holiday, and there's not really loads on to pick up. A lot of the warehouses and things might be closed, I guess, maybe. So anyhow, I'm here. I haven't checked the load board. I'm going to check the load board in a minute and see how long I'm going to be here. Because on the load board, my load board that I go to find loads, is not slim pickings, and slim pickings. But today is Tuesday, the day after the holiday, so I'm going to check it now. I haven't checked it since last night, so maybe I'll go ahead and go on the load board right now. See, I got a Gmail. What's my Gmail say? promotions, 2 new ones. Daily Cause, send me some shit. Fitville, tennis shoes, which I like. I might get some. Um, some junk mail from Car Gurus, or not, I guess it was. No, this isn't junk mail because I signed up for Car Gurus because I was been looking for a van. Here's a notification from YouTube says now live on your channel. Oh yeah, because yeah, duh, no shit, right? YouTube headquarters, I guess, or at least in America, they're located on Cherry Avenue in San Bruno, California. So I don't need to keep that notification. Well, it seems like my phone's getting kind of glitchy. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna log into the Schneider page here. I have a secret code I can't tell you. So as you can see, the bacon, egg, and cheese waffle sandwich wasn't enough for my fat ass. I had to also get this little cheese and steak fajita. They call this a taco. To me, it looks like a burrito, but whatever. I'm just a honky. What the hell do I know? Let me check out something real quick here. Our, like, since I'm an independent contractor, what they call our weekly pay, they call it their settlement. That's what they settle. You know, all of the loads you got in, subtracting all the expenses. And what's left over is your settlement. So far, they only have the one load on there. I got another load, so I should have 2 loads, but they don't have that one on there yet. But usually, it doesn't post until like Wednesday, or I guess tomorrow night probably. Okay, so let me go see if there's any loads. I'm hoping that since today is not a holiday, that there'll be something on there. And let's see what comes up. Well, yesterday there was only like I would set it for 150 mile, or no, I've set it for, well, I think like 200 or 250 mile radius, just to try to, widen the net, right? Trying to get loads. And I've said only like 50 or something loads would come up. Now this one, only 46 loads come up. And a lot of these are, I mean, that might sound like a lot of loads, but a lot of them are like, have old dates that you can't, like this one here says May 24th. I can't get a load that says May 24th because May 24th is in the past. So for some reason, for instance, this load that I'm looking at, it has a pickup date of May 24th, which was last Tuesday. And it's supposed to deliver on the 26th, which was last Thursday. So for some reason, this load either it happened and they didn't take it off, or it just no one ever got it, or it never got finalized. They're waiting to make a change the dates, but that's on there. So out of these 46 loads, you get a lot of that. You get a lot of these things that you can't even bid on them because they're old loads and that haven't been updated. So here's the first one that it has a green check mark. That means if it has a green check mark, that means it's ready to go. You can click on it to book it. But like, I really don't want this one. This one picks up as a window that would pick up now and it would deliver tomorrow. to Kent, Washington, but it's only it's $424, and I don't know. I mean, if that gets me to Kent, which is near Sumner, and then if I can get something out of Sumner, then that would work off. Then that might work. So I have to, well, I have to keep looking, and see if there's anything up there. I'm not just going to click on it and then hope for the best. So they got a couple of those going up to Kent. You have to be very careful when you say Kent, by the way. And then, let's see. Oh, there's a whole bunch of these going up to Kent for some reason. And then here's a bunch of old loads that I can't bid on. Or, not really bidding, but these are all past dates. Yeah, I can't bid on that, nothing. These are all old dates, old loads. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably stay here another night, and I'll end up with a 34-hour restart, so I can restart my hours. My hours will go, because you only get 70 hours in a week, basically, to run. And then if you take a 34-hour break, it resets. So like right now, for instance, I'm down to 27 hours in my week left. But if I do a 34-hour reset, it'll go back to 70. So, and that's pretty cool. I might do that. I might end up doing that anyhow, so we'll see. And I can tell you, like, all through COVID, I've been running. I haven't stopped. I've been a few little times with family that I took off, for Christmas or things like that. But I didn't stop because of COVID. I just kept running. I masked immediately on day one. I think it was March 13th. Was it 2020? I remember I was up in like Silicon Valley over there, and they issued a big, up there in the Bay Area, it was a big county-wide lockdown, basically. I remember it was like a ghost town up there, And I found a handkerchief and I masked up, picked up my load, took it to wherever I was going to. I forget now, but I think up to Washington or something. And then from then on, I just got masks, and I pretty much self-quarantined right here in this truck, and followed all the protocols. Masking, bought tons of hand sanitizer. All the meals I got to go, I still kind of do that now, but I would just eat in the truck, stay in the truck, just try to socially distance the whole time. So I was lucky. I was able to just keep working through the whole COVID, and maybe because maybe a lot of drivers dropped out or something. I don't know, but I kept working pretty steady all the way through, And really, it hasn't been until, it seems like, just the last few weeks where I've noticed loads have been getting hard to get. It's like the supply chain issues have finally caught up to me. This is the first time I'm really noticing it, and I don't know, and I don't even know if this, like, what's happening today. This could just be because of the holiday, but like usually when I go down to Phoenix, it seems like I usually get loads out of there. Boom, I'm done. And it's a good paying load usually. But the last couple of times down there, I've had to sit and wait, and then usually get some subpar load. So, I don't know if it's a supply issue thing or what's going on, but something's going on. And this is the first time. My point was, this is the first time in this whole pandemic that I've felt the effect of it. So I've been really lucky, I guess, because I know a lot of people went through a lot of hardships, a lot of shit, not being able to work and stuff. And then every little relief dollar they got was like, you had to scratch and claw for it and fight, you know. So that was the fajita steak and cheese taco. It was pretty tasty. There are probably a few kind of health nut kind of truck drivers, but I bet you most truck drivers are really like me and just eat fucking crap. But what can I tell you? I gotta eat something. And then I also got some of these little donuts. I am a pig. I am just nothing but a big fat pig. So I'm gonna transfer that coffee into this coffee cup, because this coffee cup is an awesome coffee cup. It's steel, and it's got this, whatever they call it, sprayed onto it, and it just makes for a great insulation. A great insulator, so you could put that coffee in there, and it'll stay hot like all day. Well, not all day, but for hours, literally hours. You know, if you just want to sip on it throughout the day. It is magnificent. It's a magnificent bastard. Okay, so I'm gonna clean out this cup. Here's what I did. I kind of rigged up. With some rubber bands, I put together a knife, a fork, and a spoon to make this little thing here. And then, because I can't reach down into the bottom of that cup to adequately, wipe it out or whatever. So then I'll just wrap like a napkin around, just so I can get down into the bottom of this cup, see? And I'll just wipe it out. Try to get all the residue. I kept pouring out, but there's always a little bit of residue of coffee. And then I kind of swirl that around. And that got most of it. And then, to get rid of germs and bacteria that may have been going in there, I have these Clorox wipes that we can buy now, finally. During the pandemic, I couldn't find these for like 2 years, man. Crazy. And I could never figure it out. I mean, I guess it's hard to imagine like how shit sells out, because I've delivered those things, truckloads of them. I've been to the factories where they make them, and it just seemed to me like, how could you run out? There's so many of those things. How do they run out? I don't get it. But when you think of all the millions of people, I guess, and they all rush to the store to buy them, and get wiped out. But I don't know why they couldn't replenish they never could replenish it. It took 2 years to replenish the fucking inventory. It's ridiculous. So then I use that. I've got the Clorox wipe in here right now. I'm sort of twirling it to in the bottom, getting all the little, you know, there's not really any nooks and crannies in here, but getting in the all the way in the bottom and the corner, you know. Not that there's corners, it's round, but you know what I mean. And then I just get the middle and the top. It looks nice and clean. It smells nice and clean. And then I'll use another one just to wipe around. So I can put my little doohickey away here. And then I'll just sort of wipe around the outside and just whatever I can reach, you know. And then, oh yeah, and then the lid is the hardest thing because there's actually parts you can't even get to, like, because it has a little sliding thing that covers the opening, you know. And coffee gets down underneath that, and with these wipes and stuff, you can't really get in there. It kind of always leaves a little bit in there. And I don't know. I mean, I guess the best way to get it out is if you had a sink with a high pressure, you know, water. Maybe that would get in there. Because I did take it into the sink inside the truck stop. Sometimes they have little sinks, and one time I did that at a Flying J. It did seem to help a little bit to get in there, but not all. Not all of it. But yeah, you just do the best you can. You know, when you're, truck life. You know, these Gen X's or whatever, millennials and stuff. They're all proud of their van life, and they're all into van life. Well, I've been truck lifing since 2004, and truckers have been truck lifing since the 20s, probably. I don't know, whenever trucks started coming out. And it's kind of the same thing. We're truck life. We're out on the road, and we're doing the best we can with what we got. Trying to, clean things and be somewhat sanitary in our lives. And so sometimes, you just gotta figure shit out, right? Like what I did. I made my little doohickey. That's what you do when you're on the road. You make little doohickeys. So, okay, now I'm going to pour this coffee into this here. A little bit left over. And I'm going to put that on there, and it'll stay nice and warm. I'll just finish this one up. I got Colombian coffee. My mix, I guess, of choice is Colombian coffee with some French vanilla creamer and a shitload of sugar. What could go wrong with that? Sometimes I'll do the hazelnut. Hazelnut's good. Sometimes I'll do the Irish cream. All that stuff is good, but I really like the French vanilla the best, I think. Alrighty then. Someday, I predict I'm going to be doing a live broadcast. And I'm going to look at how many viewers there are, and the numbers are going to be so big, so big. You won't believe it. They'll be the numbers the likes of which you've never seen. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking for a load. Here's one. There's no green light, no green check mark, so I can't check. But I can save it. I might save this one. It doesn't pick up till Friday. But this is where, and it picks up in Sumner, Washington, which is 188 miles from here. So this is the type of deal where it might be good for me to pick up a load up to Kent, because Kent is right next to Sumner, and then I'll be up there, and then and hopefully I can get this load and take it back down to Tolleson, Arizona. So that might be what I'm going to have to do. They got a bunch of them up there. They all pay pretty well. So, but none of them leave until Friday. And that kind of sucks. It's getting kind of stuffy in here. So, see, there's one from Portland. Portland's only 72 miles. I'd much rather, I think I'd much rather do that, but this one doesn't have a green light either. It doesn't leave till Friday. It doesn't, pick up till Friday. But I don't really, I'd rather. I don't know. I don't like deadheading that far, but I mean, when you're deadheading, you're empty, so you're not using as much fuel, but you're still using fuel. These are the decisions that you have to weigh. I wonder if I should just shut that, because it seems pretty bright. Did that help at all? Maybe. Maybe it helps. I don't know. A little better. Okay, so here's this one here. See, it's still no green light. There's one in Tacoma, which is just as far as Kent, 187 miles. Here's one that picks up in Lacey, Washington. That's far too. From here, that's 175 miles of deadheading. It doesn't pick up till Thursday. Today is Tuesday. There's from last week. I don't know why they have that on there still. Here's it's an old one. Old. There's no green light, or no green check mark. No check mark, and it's old. Old. No green check mark. No green check mark. This is a check mark, but I don't want it. It's shitty. There's another shitty one. This is the story. Portland to Spokane. I don't like going to Spokane because the loads going in there, they kind of pay decently, but then there's no loads coming out. And you usually have to deadhead some far distance just to get out of there. So, yeah, here's all these Sumner to Tollersons. They don't pick up till Friday. They don't have the green check mark either, so they're not finalized. So, who knows? They might change the date and everything. Portland. Oh yeah, so here's the Portland to Kent on Thursday. So if I picked up on Thursday, delivered on Wednesday. Oh wait, doesn't make sense. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the open window. Okay, so you could pick it up. I could pick it up today if I wanted, I think, and then it has to be delivered by tomorrow. Oh, okay. Duh. Okay. So I could do that. So 157 miles. I don't know if that's a relay. If that's a Portland OC. Let's see if I can figure it out here. Yeah, pickup relay. So, because they don't tell you exactly where it is for some reason. I don't know why. It's got to be top secret or whatever. They're kind of vague, but it does say it's a pickup relay and it's important. So it's probably at our facility, the Schneider facility. But I won't know. I wouldn't know until I actually, book the load and they send me the information. Where to go to pick it up. But so that means the load is sitting there waiting to be picked up. So they have all these Sumner loads. The reason that I'm kind of hesitant is because usually out of Salem, right up here, the Home Depot usually has a bunch of loads going out of there going to Phoenix. And I'd much rather just pick up from there than have to go all the way up to Sumner or Kent, you know? And then so that's sort of the gamble now. Do I wait and try to see if those Salem loads will come up, and take the chance that these Kent or these Sumner loads will get taken in the meantime, because that could happen. They've got a lot of those loads going up to Kent from Portland. And the thing is, I'll I'll bid on. Let's say if I bid on Portland to Kent, and then I'm up there and I'm waiting for the Sumner load to open up. Then all these Salem loads will pop up, and I'll be like, oh, I was just in Salem. I could have just picked up when I was there. So I think I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna give it a day. I'll give it till tomorrow morning. If those Salem loads don't pop up by tomorrow morning, and then hopefully there'll still be some of these other loads left. It's getting kind of muggy out, I've noticed today, up here in Oregon. A little bit muggy. that's about it. So, so what I did is I saved to favorites a bunch of these loads. And see how many of them. Well, see all those Portland to Kents, they're supposed to be picked up like right now and taken up there, or at least as soon as possible. But none of those Sumner to Tolson's have a green light yet. The only ones that have the green light are the Portland to Kent. And by green light I mean green check. It's a green check mark, but I guess I'm saying green light because it's like green means go. Yeah. So these Portland to Kents, they're ready to go, but I don't really want to go up there if I can just get a load out of Salem. So those loads up to Kent, pick up relays in Portland, and then they want their live unloads up in Kent, and they have like at least 6 or 7 of them, I think. I saved 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I saved 4 of them. There might only be 4 or 5. But these other Sumner loads, they're not even finalized. So if those were finalized, if those Sumner to Tolson's had the green light, green check mark, then I would go ahead and just do it. Then I would do it because I would know I wasn't just going up there for no reason. But until those ones start getting the green lights, I don't think I'm going to do it. Just going to have to wait. So I'll just keep checking every. Like the way I normally do it is I check in the morning when I get up. And and then usually, like if I'm driving, I break for lunch, and I'll check during lunch, and then in the evening after I shut down, I'll check in the evening. So it's like 3 times a day. But when I'm like now, I'm off. I'm kind of off. Well, I am off today, I guess. I'm just sitting here, and and you do get, as time goes by, you get kind of feeling desperate and anxious. So I'll probably be checking more than just those 3 times a day. I'll probably be checking like every couple hours or something. I don't know. And then as time goes by, every couple hours becomes every hour, and then if you still haven't got a load after 2 or 3 days, then it's like every half hour, or every 15 minutes you're checking. But anyhow, I'm not there yet, so I'll check back a few hours, a couple hours later. All right, so that's that. No loads as of yet. I'm going to be sitting here in Albany at the Loves. Just check my social media real quick here. Facebook. Got some notifications. Here's Ted Cruz was confronted. Oh yeah, that guy confronted him. That was pretty cool.
Here's something from Reuters, some speech, Dutch foreign ministers talking. There's something from Alaska. Here's Yahoo News. Oh, something about the Johnny Depp thing. I hate that fucking shit. I could give a fucking rat's ass. I mean, I guess it's important, but to me it's not. So fuck it. I could give a fuck. I mean, I know. I'm not saying it's not an important issue, but in the overall scheme of things, I don't think it's that important to follow it so breathlessly and everything, you know. See the sarcasm. Somebody commented some shit. Here's Randy Rhodes' homework. Her homework is good. There's lots of articles she posts, and you can look up shit. Her sort of headline for her homework is "They love their guns more than their children." I think so. I think I would agree with that sentiment. These gun nuts, man, are fucking crazy. And you know, it's not so much most of the gun owners, although there are some really crazy whack job gun owners. But I mean, the reason that the politicians will defend the gun industry at all costs is because of the fucking money they make from them, and the campaign financing contributions, and they are so beholden to them that now we've seen, let alone all of the, like the Impulse nightclub and Las Vegas, and and even like Buffalo recently, and so. But we've had two of these school shootings. Well, and in Santa Fe, I guess was school shooting too. But where it was really like just slaughtering these little children, and so after Sandy Hook, a lot of people were saying, okay, if not now, then when? And nothing really happened. So the sentiment was like, well, I guess nothing will. I guess it doesn't matter. You can kill as many little kids as you want, and they're not going to budge on any type of gun reform, gun control, gun laws, whatever. Now we've had Uvalde, and it does feel a little different. More and more people. The people are outraged. Us normal, regular people. But these goddamn Ted Cruzes of the world, they will stick up for the gun industry, the gun manufacturers, no matter what, because they're living like kings off of their from their support of these gun manufacturers. They don't want to lose their little posh lifestyle, I guess. And meanwhile, I live in a truck. Literally, I live in this truck. I don't own a home. I don't. I rent a room from a guy in Las Vegas, and I never really ever hardly go there. Okay, uh, because I'm on the road so much, it doesn't make sense really for me to even get anything more than what I'm paying. I'm paying $300 a month for a room, and I never hardly use it. Even when I'm in town, I get a hotel because I like the hotel is better. But I needed to have like a home base, to set up uh, residency there. So I rent a room from that guy. It's all legal. It's all good, legal, fine and legal. Um, and I live there, and I go in there, every now and then. But mostly, I just live in a hotel when I'm in town. And the other 99% of the time, I live in this truck. I live in a truck. And you know what? I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty fine with it. And so these guys like Ted Cruz that have to live in mansions and live these big opulent lifestyle, they're so afraid to lose that they will overlook the slaughter of little innocent kids, whether they're 9 and 10-year-olds, whether they're 5 and 6-year-olds, doesn't matter. It could be a preschool, it could be 3-year-olds that get slaughtered. They still wouldn't care. They would still say that we need only one door to get in, or we need to arm the teachers. Anything that will ingratiate the gun manufacturers, because arming teachers means, hey, more gun sales, right? Ted Cruz, you can kiss my fucking ass, motherfucker. Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, all you motherfuckers, kiss my motherfucking ass. Your day will come. Your day will come, one way or the other. I don't know how. Maybe it won't be until whenever you die, of natural causes. Hopefully there is an afterlife, and God will put you in a really, really bad place called hell. Because that's what you deserve. That's what those motherfuckers deserve. They deserve hell for all eternity. Gunsmoke? Hope that didn't get me a copyright violation. Here's Yahoo News. It's got Biden sitting there doing something. Okay, so there's someone. I play the CSR2 racing game, video games, like a, like play it on an app, type of thing. It's pretty fun, and this guy's looking for a crew, and I happen to have a crew. So if anyone wants to go on CSR2 and they want to race in my crew, I have 5 spots available, and I can open up more if need be, because I have some dead weight on there I can get rid of. It's called Fowler's Wrath. So go on CSR2, look for the crew. When you first join up, you make your profile and everything, and then you're going to join a crew. There's a place you can click on and join a crew. And I think you can just put in Fowler's Wrath. That's FOWLER''S space Wrath. WRATH. Just like it sounds. But I want you to race every day. Don't go dormant on me. So here's a guy looking for a team. I might have to. I took a picture of his little. He has a picture on here of his car, and it has his profile name on it. So I could use that to when I log in, I can look it up and send him an invite. Might be too late. See, when did he post this? See, a bunch of people jumped on here and said they were sending him requests, so it might be too late. See, everyone's trying to build up crews. So it's hard to get a good crew because there's so many people that play, and then you have these big crews that kind of swoop everybody up, and then the guys that you do get, they go dormant. But I'll go ahead and send out an invite anyhow, just in case he hasn't chosen anyone yet. So, okay, so that's probably it for today. I know these might not be the most exciting videos in the world, but it does give you a little bit of a look into the life of a truck driver. I mean, I'm sitting in my damn truck, and I'm giving you points of view from a truck driver. And sometimes, you know, I can turn the camera around, and you can see stuff. You can see there's a train going by. There's all kinds of stuff. Past the train is Interstate 5. You saw a truck going by there. So you got Interstate 5 there. You got the train, and then in the foreground here you got some trucks parked. That's actually quite a shot. And then in the extreme foreground you have the hood of my truck. All kinds of transportation going on in that shot. And you can see that we got clear skies today. And let's see, what's the tip? It's a very pleasant day up here. So I love going up here, usually Oregon, Washington, Pacific Northwest. It's usually pretty nice. So right now, according to Weather Channel app, it's 62 degrees and sunny. It says it feels like 62. The high is expected to go to 74 today with an overnight low of 49. And it should be clear skies pretty much, looks like. And they're not really expecting any rain until maybe, not until Friday, about a 50% chance, which means it will because it rains a lot here. But anyhow, nice day, perfect day. I love it here. I hate Phoenix. Fuck you, Phoenix. Whoever lives there should have your head examined. It's too goddamn hot. Now I know if you live in a nice house with air conditioning, I guess it's different. But when I'm there, I'm in my truck, and usually it gets so goddamn hot, and I don't like idling my truck all the time. So I go get a hotel, and that's nice. But all the shit in my truck melts. Because it gets so fucking hot in here. Even with the little refrigerator, it's still fucking, everything gets fucking ruined if I have any food in here. So I hate Phoenix. I hate anything south of I-40 basically in Arizona. Fuck it. Give it back to Mexico. Okay, I know that's uncalled for. I shouldn't say that. But I just hate the weather. Even Vegas is getting way too hot. I mean, it's crazy hot. I mean, Vegas used to be, that was the high desert. I grew up in the high desert. I grew up in Victorville and Apple Valley, and then I lived my adult life in the Antelope Valley, which is Palmdale, Lancaster area. So for basically the first 59 years of my life, I lived in the desert, in the high desert. But the high desert traditionally was, yeah, we get hot. It starts getting hot in June, July, and then, you know, July, August, September is hot. But then the evenings would almost always cool down nice. So you'd have a 100, 115 degree day, but at night it would cool down to 70, sometimes in the 60s, 70s. So it'd give you a really good break from the heat. Now the goddamn weather, Antelope Valley and Victor Valley is still pretty much like that. But Phoenix, I don't know what their high desert or low desert, what the fuck they are, but I've been there where, yeah, it's 115, 120 degrees during the day, and then all night long, it's still over 100 degrees, and you don't get no relief from the heat. And then I noticed a few days like that in Vegas last year. And Vegas usually, I mean, I never lived in Vegas. I only visited there a lot. And since we live so close, we go to Vegas a lot. But so I can't really. I'm not an expert on Vegas, but I don't remember. I mean, I remember, of course, hot summer days, 100 degrees, 110, 112, whatever. But last year there were a few days where it hit like 120 degrees, and that, I mean, that's like Palm Springs weather. That's Death Valley weather. And now that's happening in Vegas. And then again, the overnight low I don't think went under 100 in those times, and that is really horrible, especially for all the homeless people that live up there. Can't get a break from the heat. So I don't know why I got off on that rant, but I guess it's just because I hate Phoenix and I hate hot places like that where it just gets so hot and then the overnight low doesn't give you any relief. I can't stand places like that, and that's the way I'm afraid Vegas is getting more and more like Phoenix. You know, and then eventually maybe even the high desert where I grew up will start being like that, and that sucks because really the only good thing about the weather in like Apple Valley and Victorville and Palmdale and Lancaster during the summer, yeah, I mean it's fun to have a hot day, especially when you're younger. I'm older, so it's different. When you're younger, you like hot days to go swimming and to go do things. But but I think it's generally speaking, as a people, we enjoy the evenings when it would cool down. You know, and you could go out and sit out on your front porch, or you could sit out in the yard, or you could sit out by the pool, or sit out in, you know, wherever, and just get out of the house. And you didn't have to be sitting under your air conditioner all night long. You could actually open up windows and get a nice cool breeze through your house. You know, and it seems like those kind of days are getting fewer and fewer. And hopefully, the Antelope Valley and the Victor Valleys, it won't get like freaking Phoenix and the whole, you know, Phoenix, Tucson areas, you know, and even like Vegas now. So anyhow, okay, so I think that's it. I've been going on, rambling on. I think that's a good shot to end on with the trucks moving around. They're going around to the fuel bays, and you got the Interstate 5 in the background. So yeah, remember to please like, share, and subscribe. It really is painless. All you do is you just click things. You just click on things, right? You click the like button, you click the share button, you click the subscribe button. It's painless. It's really painless. So if you would do that, I would appreciate it. Okay, I think I'm going to try to go on Thursday. It depends on the, you know, what my schedule's like. But if I'm just sitting somewhere like this, in a truck stop or something, then I'm going to go live. I usually try to go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays because the guy that I listen to on usually Monday through Friday in the afternoons, and Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the mornings is Hal Sparks. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Hal he goes and works out. He's getting, you know, he's getting all buffed out and everything. And so I kind of figured maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays I could kind of fill the void. I mean, no one could ever fill Hal Sparks' shoes, you know. But if there's people that are just looking for something to do, they're used to that 9 o'clock in the morning slot, or you know, from 9 to 11. They're used to being on and line and listening to somebody. Well, maybe they could listen to me for that time. Now today I didn't start till about 9:30, I think, but look for me Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm usually in the Pacific time zone. Sometimes I'm in the Mountain time zone. Very rarely I'm in the Central time zone, and extremely rarely I'm in the Eastern time zone. But I'd say 90% of the time, or at least 80% of the time, I'm in the Pacific. Because sometimes I am in the Mountain. You know, like because I do a lot of stuff in Utah and Denver and Colorado and stuff like that. So maybe you know, well, whatever. Tuesdays, Thursdays in the morning around 9:30ish. I'm going to try to go live. If there's any sparklers out there, appreciate spreading the word. Like, share, subscribe. And once people start watching, I can actually interact a little bit. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to be signing off here from Albany, Oregon. So hopefully I'll see you guys Thursday morning around 9:30ish Pacific time.